Testing, testing. Welcome to Carina Reserve for this clash today, NPLSA. How's that? Testing 1, 2. Theo.
Yes. Good afternoon. How are you on this nice, beautiful day?
Good to have you along, my friend.
Very much.
over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon and welcome to Corinna Reserve for round 5, the RAA NPLSA. Today's game sees 1 versus 3, Sturt versus Birkalla. And for today's game, I'm joined by Theo Milonas. Theo, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks very much for the warm welcome. Thanks for bringing a beautiful ladder into this beautiful grandstand.
It's a bit like that. What are you expecting from today's game, Theo?
I would really like a score draw, but we'll see what happens. I'm expecting goals. There you go.
But sitting on the fence.
I'm going to sit firmly on the fence as you have as well.
I certainly have. I've sat on the fence and I think it's a 3-3 draw, I think. That's how much faith they've got in goals in this game.
I think there will be goals, but I'm not going to pick one way or the other.
And while the teams say they're all the best for the game with the ref and whatnot, we will jump across to the starting lineups for today's game. We'll start with the home side in Sturt. Number 2, Michael Moroney. Number 5, Edward Elton. Number 6, Mohammed Motashami. Number 8, Thanasis Lessie. Number 10, Alexander Sortini coming back from injury. Number 11, Jaden Diamantis. Number 12, Harrison Rogers. Number 20, Manly Barnett. Number 21 in goalkeeper, Zalan Meleg. Number 23, Gonzalo Rodriguez. And number 30, Mohammed Hush. For your Sturt side, number 1, Josh Kavanagh. Number 3, Sean Garrett. Number 13, Adam D'Agostino. Number 15, Dylan D'Agostino. Number 16, Jack Dunstall. And number 18, Jake Watson. And starting lineup for the visitors today. Number 4, Kane Vidmar. Number 5, Jared Clark. Number 6, Ryan Yates. Number 8, George Blackwood. Number 10, Dylan Klassen Thomas. Number 13, Zoe Sakani. Number 14, Nathan Anajanto. Number 18, Yohei Matsumoto. Number 20, and goalkeeper Nicholas Harpus. Number 22, Alan Walsh. And number 23, Chris Christophilos. And on the bench for Birkalla, number 7, Tyrese Conway. Number 16, Alex Sakonis. Number 19, Brody Everett. Number 26, Amir Ibrahim. And number 27, Sebastian Smith. And match officials today. Reserve. Your main man in the middle is Dennis Palache. And your assistant referees are Thomas Tembi and Ibrahim Saidi. And as tradition, Sturt will kick off in their, or play this match in their traditional all orange kits. And Birkalla in their away kit of white shirt, white shorts, yellow socks, kicking from right to left. Sturt kicking obviously then from left to right. And we're about to get underway as Zoe Sakani will take kickoff, and here it goes. He shoots. First touch, he has a shot and apologises straight to his coach. Interesting start
Off the line, a little bit cheeky. Yeah, he apologised to the coach, he just said straight away. But I like it. I like a bit of cheekiness.
Certainly gets some thinking as Sortini picks it up for Sturt. Goes wide to Hassan. Up against Jared Clark onto his right. Shapes the shoot, does, blocked by Jared Clark. Lessie.
Get the shot count up really quickly, so they, just in case it's draw, they have to decide by shots and goals.
Well, it'd be great if that was the determining factor in the end, but they might look at rule changes later on in the future to who knows, with the World Cup going to America, they might try that.
Yeah. As long as they don't put 3 sec happy.
As Hassan wins the header there, and it's going to go out for likely a goal kick. Jared Clark will see that one out. Sturt coming into this game for win last week. And when I say huge, I mean purely score-wise at 5-0 over Para Hills. With Rodriguez scoring a perfect hat-trick, and I can say that because it was a right, left and header. And to be honest, my pick of the goals was his second one. He decided to sit the defender down for a hot sit him down. That one first.
I think that's gone all over the socials as well. It's one of the best goals around. Yeah,
it certainly was a good goal. I did enjoy that one, and here is Sturt with the ball all the way back to Barnett.
It's going to be a bit of a cat and mouse, I think. Teams will change their shape, I think, defensively and offensively. So, it'll be interesting to see how they...
As Yates can't bring that. Rodriguez is a beneficiary of that. He goes out wide to Elton. He finds Hassan further wide. Here is Elton again. He looks to cross and does so. Cut out by Clark, and here's the first corner of the match for Sturt. Sturt certainly come out firing and attacking in this half, in this game.
Yeah, everything's gone through Rodriguez through the middle. He's got a beautiful touch, nice balance on the ball, and he's very calm. No shots from 45 metres, just plays it out to his wingers. Let's see what happens here with Jaden taking this corner.
The answering comes in, he goes far post looking for Maroney. Maroney's being held, but can't convince the referee that there's a foul there. Take a lot more than that for the ref to give a penalty against Welsh there.
Was it the Golden Globes last week? That would have been perfect for that one.
It was. I'm sure there was some TV awards on, that's for sure.
I say the weather.
It is. It's overcast but nice. As Harpers will go short, and he does. Here's Vidma. Goes line looking for Matsumoto, but cut out by Hassan. Here's Sortini. Back into the starting lineup today after a short spell out with injury. Blackwood back in the side for Burks today as well after his illness last week. Here's Elton looking for Lessie, but that goes all the way through and will go out for another corner. So big in for Birkalla to have Blackwood back. Top goal scorer. We've actually got the top 2 goal scorers facing off today with Rodriguez and Blackwood, both on 4 goals.
Yeah. Let's hope they add some more today. Who's your tip to score today?
I picked a 3-3 draw, so I'm hoping I'm hoping they both score actually, as Hassan will look to whip this one in. Goes near post, flicked on and cleared by Anijano, but there's Sortini, and he's rifled that towards goal, and it's just at the top of the bar.
Yeah, great shot, Sortini. I think he's a right footer. He's good with his left foot, and he nearly proved us both wrong, scoring first for today. Slightly over the bar. Harpers is very happy with it.
Beautiful shot there from Sortini. It just shows what he brings back into that side. Wiley just adds that attacking flair and nuance to guide or to help Rodriguez as he goes long. Blackwood beaten to it by Lessie.
Technically very good, very clever. Goes and finds some pockets of space, creates play. Good link-up play with Rodriguez. And he said
very much a tactical battle today, but there's going to be little 1v1s all over the park today, Theo, in those 1v1 battles. Whereas that flick on is chased down by Sakani and cleared by Elton. Here's Hassan, and here is one of those battles I'm looking forward to. It's Hassan against Matsumoto. Hassan goes inside looking for Diamantis, but Harpers is out right on the edge of his box. Full calm and collected there, and releases Anijano nice and quickly. Here's Christofilos. He looks to go in behind, but there's going to be overhit. And young Valen Meleg takes that one.
We were actually debating pre-game where Christophilus was going to play in Jerte, but it looks like Chris is playing as an 11. Nathan as a 5.
Yeah, so Nathan, he's sort of been settled in that left back role this season, and that's what I found this season compared to last year. There was a lot of inconsistencies for Birkalla, whereas this season less changes to the starting lineup. Players know their positions and they're able to just settle. Here's Matsumoto overlapping.
That was very Burkamp-esque by Clarson Thomas.
It was. I really enjoy watching Clarson Thomas play. He's quite an exciting young forward. As he closes Moroney down, and he wins it. He's into the box. Here's Clarson Thomas, square for Sakani, and Sakani, no mistake there, finishes to make it 1-0.
That was once again, that was brilliant by Dylan. He intercepted the defensive, made a beautiful. Could have had a shot, but proved how unselfish he is, and squared it to Sakani to score against, and he did not.
Not celebrating scoring against a former team. As we have track systems for all your indoor and outdoor LED display, digital display solutions scoreboard, with Sakani scoring the early goal.
I'm glad, because I like to be uncommon and see goals being scored.
Well, like I said, I think we'll get plenty today, with both teams scoring. Sturt scored 12 goals so far this season. Birkalla, that is their 12th goal this season. And in the Adelaide Comets game that kicked off a little bit earlier today, we have a 1-1 at the moment after 40 minutes. Comets, that's their first goal this season for Comets. It's over 5 hours of football being played without scoring, so they've now broken that up as it goes back into this game. Not that they're out of it, but they are down the 1.
Yeah, they try to quick link-up play. Jaden thought it'd be a pass over the top. Rodriguez thought it would be out to the wing. A little bit unfortunate there, but I think Sturt will settle really quickly and try to get quickly another goal.
Here's Clark, he looks to find. It's that Tush. As the ever young Moroney looks to find Rodriguez. He's been for Michael Moroney. Scored as well this year so far. I don't think he scored any last year. This year he's already on 1. As Sakani can't get past Moroney on this occasion. Here's Lessie. He's quickly tracked down by Christophilus, and he gives away the free kick in the end.
Yeah, Thanasi started actually, when he first started at Westies, they got him as a striker, and he's morphed into an excellent midfielder. Very, very dominant, very powerful, great feet. Good to see him adapt his game.
Here's Hassan into the box. He comes square, but Blackwood blocks that one and comes away. He's happy just to play backwards. Matsumoto will go along looking for Clarson Thomas. A great little flick, and Moroney gets away with it, hitting his arm there. Burke's come away with it again. Here's Blackwood. Ball down the line for Blackwood to run onto, and he does so, followed by Lessie. Christophilus inside. Here's Blackwood again. Welsh unable to find anyone there. Matashami cuts that one out. Rogers goes line, but it's cut out again. Rogers coming off some fine form after scoring the other 2 goals in that Para Hills game last week. He scored the first 2, and then Rodriguez decided that was enough and he was going to take over and decided to score the next 3. But great form from Rogers at the moment as well. So
Sturt have got lots of goal outlets. Look, Mo on the ball now. Got Jaden on this side. They can definitely score, and then don't forget Sortini as well.
They've got certainly attacking players. Speaking of, here is Sakani up against Barnett. Looks to go one way. Goes back onto his right. He finds Yates. Yates lines this up. Goes short instead. Here's Blackwood in the box. Goes wide to Claston Thomas. First touch eluded him there, and if he'd have got that first touch, it was in on goal. Here's Claston Thomas. Crosses, but blocked by Elton.
I reckon if Blackwood had his time again, all he needed to do is turn around and had a shot at goals. It was, once again, very well. They're extremely well coached and drilled by staff under instructions, and he's thinking about it now, just reminiscing. But don't worry, mate, you'll get another chance.
He'll get plenty of this game. Joys of. Both teams will have their opportunities. That's a given. Both attacking teams. I said the only time I think I've seen Sturt not attacking was against Metro here a couple of weeks ago, as Moroney clears that one and Montashami further. Yates back in. Zakani finds some space. Blackwood volleys, but can't get enough power behind that one. And in that game against Metro, they just seemed to be very defensive that day. Just didn't have the aggression or courage to play forward in that first half. And in the end, it was the one goal in the first half that done them.
Yeah. Sometimes as a coach, you set up with a defensive mindset. We've got a clean sheet, but then you concede and then you try to go attacking, and it's a bit too late. So sometimes it's good just to be and play attacking if you can. But I like how we all try to play differently. That still makes this great game.
Exactly right. I think the reason behind the defensive outlook was probably because they were playing against the Metro side. We know what they've been like in the past. Here's Sakani, shoots, and Melek gets his hands. Moroney clears further, but cannot allow Sakani the space like that in the box, and Sturt should know that.
Look, literally, Bergs have actually, after the first couple of shots that Sturt have had, they've been in full control for the last 5 or so minutes, and Coach Fusco's walking up and down the sideline just demanding a little bit more of his soldiers.
Leslie out there to Elton. As you were saying earlier, Leslie started as a striker, now drifting back, almost playing as a 6 playmaker role, very deep now. He's just got to be careful he doesn't go any further deeper and end up becoming a centre half.
Well, that's the progression of age and life.
Yeah, well, it worked for me. I ended up going in goal. So you've got to be careful. You don't have to go that far back. Here's Hassan on the ball on the far side. He cuts inside onto his right and whips in a delightful ball cleared by Vidmar. And Welsh brings that under control. Weighs up his options, and him and Sakani not on the same page there. Here is Leslie on the ball. Under pressure from Blackwood. He's given that away to Blackwood. Blackwood put in by Sakani. Can he get there? He does. Goes round Melek. Can he cut it back? And he has from that at an angle. He's managed to finish past Leslie on the line, and that's Birkalla 2-0.
Well, that was he took a heavy touch around the goalkeeper. I actually thought he missed it. He had a shot, and unfortunately it went through Thanassi's legs, and it makes it 2-0. Burks would be extremely happy with this start. 2 goals in the first 18 minutes. You take that as a coach?
Certainly would. My prediction of a 3-all draw is looking like it's a possibility. If Burks get to their 3, they can just stop and see what happens with Sturt. As Birkalla take a 2-0 lead in the 14th minute, 15th minute here at Carina Reserve. They're certainly, attacking-wise, probably ahead of Sturt, but on a whole, Sturt still kept the ball relatively well most of the time and still looking to play.
Well, you mentioned previously before we came on air, obviously you've seen Burks play, you know a fair bit about their game. You said that Zakani and Blackwood interchange, and those two up top, their knowledge and where each other moves, they're really causing Sturt some grief.
Hassan finds Sortini. I think Sturt need to get Sortini on the ball more. He hasn't gotten on the ball the last probably 5 or so minutes, and I think that's showing in the way Sturt have been playing. He's not being able to get him on the ball and create like he does. Here's Montashami, goes wide to Rogers.
See, this is not a bad thing by Sturt, just keeping the ball for a little bit. As long as they don't lose it, just keep the ball for a sustained amount of time.
There's Hassan on the far side. Finds Elton on the underlap. build a little bit of pressure by keeping the ball. Here's Hassan able to turn into the box, and quickly crowded out by Yates, and he crosses far post looking for Diamantis. Anjano clears. Here's Montashami. Can't get his touch to shoot. Finds his way out to Hassan. He then cuts inside. Push off the ball, and the ref says play on. No foul. As Yates comes away with it, he finds Blackwood. Wide to Sakani. Sakani outside of the boot looking for the run of Blackwood, and Moroney turning on the pace there and comes across and cuts it out. Here's Meleg, he goes long. Vidmar gets there first for Birkalla, and happy to see that one go out on the far side.
Yeah, they're having a bit of a brick wall. That's just that final pass. Rushing a little bit, trying to just stay
Force the issue a little bit.
Yeah, just stay a bit more patient. You know, the more they have of the ball, the less Burks have a chance of actually scoring another one. So just hold the ball for a little bit. And the coach is actually trying to say, maybe just rushing a little bit in that final third, just keep the ball a bit more.
Yep. Leslie puts in a massive diagonal beautifully across to Hassan, who brings that under control, and he's closed down by Klassen Thomas, but it falls kindly for Sturt. Go back to Moore, and then he'll bring it round to Barnett. Here is Messi for Sturt. Rogers. Birkalla doing well just to narrow those passing lanes to the attacking players of Diamantis and Hassan, and not allowing Sortini to get on the ball at the moment. Moroney looking for Elton and cut out by Clark, and he's given it away to Lessie. Here is Diamantis, able to turn finally. Gets away from one, can't get away from the second, and he wins it. Gives away the free kick down to Jano.
Bit of frustration there, and yeah, I'd like to have that one back, but I think, like I said, prolonged periods, keep the ball, and then hopefully Sturt can hopefully turn around, shooting towards the cop end. Do we call it the cop end?
I have no idea what they call the clubhouse end, to be honest. I'm not here often enough anymore. As that goes long, very long from Harpers, and it's all the way through to Meleg. I'll tell you what, that's a fantastic goalkeeping family, the Meleg family.
Quite weird. I'm assuming his sister's alone. So
it is, yes. She's just gone off with the under-20s Australian squad for the Asian Cup. Actually, they play next Thursday, I think it is, their first game. Sturt are able to keep hold of the ball for a little bit longer, and then Meleg goes long. Finds Diamantis. This is better from Sturt, able to get the ball moving. Here is Leslie getting past that first line. Finds Rogers. Birkalla working very hard to get back and recover. Sturt go wide to Elton. Beautifully in for Sortini to Hassan. This is better. He's able to get past Yates. Can he keep it in? Does so. Goes back to Elton. He'll look to cross. Does, but Yates cuts that one out. Goes up high, and Matsumoto clears. Much better from Sturt there, Theo.
Yes, actually, you mentioned it. He wanted Sortini to get on the ball, and he did link up as required, and helped in there. And you know, they were looking to get a corner or get the ball across, but unfortunately, it's cleared out. But they're still under attack, which is really good for them. They're looking quite relaxed on the bench.
They should do it, 2-0 up. It is the worst scoreline in football, though. Ask any coach or any player. 2-0 is the worst score, especially going into half-time, as we only 20 minutes through this first half. As that goes long, but Jano clears.
He was trying to header the ball to one of his family members, actually.
Rogers will take this throw. Miss opportunity there from Rogers, and it's gone the other side. And if you haven't heard the latest, Birkalla have gone top after, even though Playford got the 1 point last night, Birkalla have gone clear top. They've now won all 4 games as of this morning. So here's Hassan. I'll continue that in a second. He crosses, looking far post, but no one's there, and it goes out for a goal kick. The game that they did play, which was a 2-2 draw against Birkalla, has now been a forfeit from Para Hills and a 3-0 loss. So Birkalla awarded an extra goal, and their goal difference looks a lot better because of it. But they also get the 3 points as Para Hills included an eligible player.
Not that they needed any more goals, they've got some more.
Yeah, exactly. Para Hills fielding a player that had been suspended in the Victorian Premier League, unknown to Para Hills at the time. Regulations state that if you field an eligible player, then you forfeit that game. So Para Hills did drop to the bottom of the table as of this morning with that change of result. The Comets did go above them, and speaking of Comets, they are now down 2-1 to Adelaide City. I'd say it's probably half-time. It is, yes. It is half-time, and they are losing 2-1 to Adelaide City in the RA NPLSA.
Comets boys will be a little bit disappointed in that one. They scored in the 12th minute, then Adelaide City scored in the 38th in red time, just before half-time.
Concentration levels there, just trying to make sure they keep it at 1-0, but Leslie puts Jenna under pressure and wins that. Here's Montashami. He gets tackled by Christophilos and wins the free kick. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. We did have a game in the RAA NPLSA last night, and that was FK Beergrade against Playford, which was a very exciting game. And Abu Hussein scoring an absolute weldy of a goal last night in the first 3 minutes of the game.
I did see that. I went back and watched some highlights yesterday and late last night.
Yeah, you certainly got to tune into that one, as it finished 2 apiece last night. As Elton will swing this one in with the left, and he does. Looks far post, and Harpers comes out and claims. And I could hear his yell from here as he then releases Klassen Thomas. He looks to play Sakani, but only gives that away to Mele. Great work there from Sturt in tracking back.
It looked a little bit dangerous, 3v2 there, but he chose to play the ball into Soy to run into instead of actually playing to Soy's feet, which he does love, because have the creative freedom to do whatever he wants to do.
Certainly the case. Sakani, not exactly known for his running in behind too often. He's certainly a player that likes the ball to feet where he can, as you said, be creative. That ball's delivered, and that's going to drift all the way out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I see a couple of boys getting a little bit frustrated there. Once again, beautiful change of the point. Nice switch of play. Mo had time. He probably didn't actually have to deliver. He could have been a bit more patient and then play through the middle of the park. And I think Salts was running through the middle, but came to avail with nothing. So yeah, that's okay.
Blackwood on the ball for Birkalla. He's muscled off by Lessie, and then he comes away with it. Blackwood eventually wins it back. Here's Matsumoto, goes all the way back to Harpers, who goes long, and that's going to go all the way through to Moroni. Sublime touch there, plucks that out of the air.
Done like a true, absolute masterpiece of a touch.
Certainly was. Here's Hassan now running it. Matsumoto forces him wide. It's been a great battle between those two so far. Here is Moroni. He's able to step forward. Goes inside to Sortini with some space. He shapes to shoot. Does on the left. And he's managed to force a great save there from Harpers. And that's what Sturt need to do. Get him on the ball more.
Yeah. Moroni created an overload in the middle of the park. Beautiful interplay with Sorts. Sorts was in the box. Got a yard of space, had a nice shot, and Harpers, great save.
So they've certainly been applying a little bit more pressure since that second goal. They've been able to keep the ball a little bit more. Here is Elton on the corner with that left foot of his. He swings it in. He goes near far post, and it's all the way through, cleared by Clark. Diamantis. Montashami looks to cross. He does. Goes dead straight, and Jano clears, and Vidmar further. Blackwood with a great little touch to Sakani. Now it's 3. Sakani releases Christophilos. He first time ball to the far post and finds Yates. Yates with the volley straight back to Christophilos and then cleared by Diamantis out for a corner. A bit of a...
Yates is laughing a bit because he went to return the favour. You passed it. No, you pass it back to you. So, unfortunately...
a bit of a Benny Hill moment, that one.
We just missed that music in the background.
Exactly right. But Yates will certainly not be happy that he didn't quite hit that, because he's been known to... I had seen it in the past where he can certainly hit a volley. So he won't be... he'll have a chuckle to himself about that one. And then I thought Diamantis probably just panicked a little bit there in that clearance.
Yeah, he did.
As Christophilos goes across to take this corner.
Normally Chris's delivery on set pieces are excellent.
Goes near post. Clark almost with the flick. Cleared. Yates gets there first. Turns and delivers. Finds Blackwood. Blackwood able to turn and shoot. Sends up one high and over Meleg's bar.
Fusco's actually having a nice chat to his assistants and saying, okay, well, what do we need to do here? So, retreating about. Just hopefully his troops can just stay a bit more calm, as suggested previously. Work the ball into the midfield. Try to get Sorts onto the ball, because every time he gets the ball, he tends to do something good, except for just...
As I say, commentators curse, don't worry about that. It's all good. That's how it works. As soon as you say something good, they go and do something and give the ball away.
That's why he'll come and bash me at the end of the game. I'll stop talking about him.
Antigeno finds Blackwood with a great touch there, and then he in turn finds Christophilos. Beautiful play there from Birkalla to play themselves out of trouble. And Zakani's now able to release Klassen Thomas through the middle, but he can't quite get there, and goes all the way through to Meleg. As we've got some results around the grounds, Adelaide Blue Eagles are playing Adelaide Atletico. They're playing a Saturday afternoon game, so they shouldn't have too many issues with their lights. It's currently 0-0 at 30 minutes in. And in the other game, in the HPG Home State League 1, as that ball's drifted in, Diamantis brings that down with a touch, shoot, and over the bar, and he's been called for a free kick for a push in the back of Antigeno. Back to the HPG Home State League 1. The other game that kicked off at 3 o'clock today is Fulham versus South Adelaide Panthers. Panthers sitting currently bottom of the table against Fulham. Fulham 2-0 in the lead. So another hard day there for South Adelaide, and on the way to another loss at this stage. There's still plenty of game to be played in that game, but we will have to keep an eye on that and see what happens there. There Jano weighs up his options and goes Blackwood short. Blackwood loses out. Here's Diamantis. Eventually finds it Sortini, but he can't get it under control, and Jared Clark uses his height. And Klassen Thomas beautifully turns out of trouble to release Blackwood, and he in turn releases Sakani. He cuts inside, finds Klassen Thomas. Little backheel there. Can Blackwood get there? No, he can't, and Meleg off his line early enough. Good play there, Theo.
Yeah, you just noticed that every time Bergs go forward, they're just calm. They know where each other's players are moving into, where to run. They're simple one touch. Sturt's a little bit bewildered at the moment.
Sturt back. Rodriguez out jumps Welsh in that header. Rogers delivers, looking far post, and Harper lets that go, and Matsumoto happy to nod that one out for a corner on the far side.
Yeah, he came over and he probably thought it was going to go in, then it sort of swerved back across, and then just let Matsumoto get the ball out for a corner kick.
That goes far post, and Leslie gets his head on there, but he just can't get that direction in the way he wanted. But a good delivery there from Hassan.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate for him.
Was a tough chance.
He got up quite well. He just directed his head the wrong way, because there was some contact. What's the sub going on now?
There is. It looks Welsh is making way. Injury, I would hazard the guess that he's coming off for that, as he is walking off a little gingerly. And it's going to be Alex Sikonis coming on. So an early change here in the 30th minute for Birkalla.
Just our whiteboard.
Won't take much. It'll be a straight swap. And Sikonis will just go inside and sit alongside Yates in the middle of the park. He's got rave reviews, young Sokonis. Theo?
Yeah, well, Burks do develop some really good young children and players, and we'll soon find out against some quality opposition.
So he goes long looking for Blackwood, but gets cut out. Rodriguez with a great touchdown at Diamantis. And that's been a good battle so far, Diamantis and Anajanto. Here's Rogers. Able to keep the ball messy. We'll switch the play and find Elton. Inside to Montashana. He looks for Rodriguez in behind, but cut out by Vidmar. And Sturt able to keep the ball and keep the ball moving, which is what they need to be doing. Keep applying that pressure, keep slowly building pressure on the Birkalla defenders. Here's Elton, who looked across, does so, cleared by Clark. Montashami cleans up well and he delivers out to Hassan, who is onside. He delivers.
Great ball.
Harper's able to fist that one away. Matsumoto will take his time, and this is where Birkalla are able to play out. Zakani just goes through the legs of Elton quite brilliantly, and then he's able to get all the way across. And another one. This time on Diamantis. Here's Christophilos.
He likes nutmeggers on his ice cream. He's looking for the third, actually, for a hat-trick.
Beautifully done. He's actually drifted from the right wing all the way across to the left wing, making two players on the way. And Birkalla were able to keep the ball. Here's Clark. He looks for Blackwood, but gets cut out. Clark regains possession. This time he goes back to Vidmar. Birkalla's chance to keep the ball and see what they can do, see if they can build. Matsumoto looking for Blackwood in the box, finds him. He's wide, he crosses, but Mele will take that one. Under no pressure at all. And Sturt will look to get themselves on the move.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see the stats. Have a look at half time, but yeah, it's just every time Burks seem to go forward, they look a bit more smooth, seem to be just that touch quicker. It's a great touch ball. No, we'll see what happens here. I'll stop talking.
Goes wide to Elton back to Hassan. And he's able to dance around the ball and eventually goes back to Shami. He finds Moreno, who's been happy to step into the midfield. Here is Elton onto his left. Shoot, blocked by Matsumoto. Blackwood just always seems to be in the right position to pick up the rebounds. These teams have only played each other 4 times in the top division here in SA. So it's not very many games played with it pretty even at this stage.
Sakani and Thanasi good friends too, and they're just tracking each other. You see, he didn't tackle him.
Matsumoto goes down under the tackle from Moroni and wins a free kick in what could be a dangerous position here. So stats as Sturt against Birkalla played 4 and 1-2 apiece. Previous results were actually in State League 1 back in 2024. It was a Birkalla 7-1 win in round 19.
This venue?
It was at this venue, yes. Sakani that day scored 2 for Burks. Scambiatera 3. As Dylan Class-Thomas just comes off here for the blood rule. And Ethan Stevenson scoring 2 goals that day. Rogers, funny enough, the goal scorer who's playing today. Rogers is goal scorer for Sturt in that one.
Yeah, Chris, another free kick here.
Just measuring out his distances for the wall. Christophilos over it along with Matsumoto. Will be Christophilos on that left foot. He delivers far post. It's over the top. And there it is. There's 3. As you said earlier, Christophilos with the delivery, and there's Sakani at the far post.
And sending us a love heart.
We tick over 35 minutes. Sakani with the second today, with a header at the far post, and he effectively couldn't really miss that from there, Theo.
Well, I probably would have, but he would.
It was only a foot out. By the time the ball hit his head, I reckon he was only a foot out from the goal line.
That delivery was excellent, but delivery has to be good, but the striker and the player needs to know where to run. So that's a good finish. Lead from striker.
Birkalla take a 3-0 lead on the One World LED and Sportive System for your indoor and outdoor digital display solution scoreboard. And there's now a bigger hill for Sturt to climb if they're going to get anything out of this game currently. And
What are your prediction? It's half right.
it is half right. We've just got to get Sturt now. They'll need to do what Birkalla have done. There's no changes in the other scores at this stage.
WNPL, Modbury Vista are 1-0 up against the winless Metro Stars, unfortunately, at the moment.
Well, Metro Stars, the women's side, have struggled so far this season. They are sitting currently bottom of the table, I believe, going from memory.
Yes.
The San switches and only finds Christophilos. Barnett cuts it out. Here's Rogers. Diamantis. White Minigento. Goes all back, but I reckon that one out. No, ball stayed in, according to the referee. The assistant referee, James Temby, on this near side. Matsumoto cuts that ball out and eventually wins the throw.
If I was a coach, I'll be saying, okay, guys, we are not attacking. Let's not concede. I think this happened with Belgrade, Para Hills. Don't concede any more goals. Let's get to half time. Let's reset. No more damage.
But the thing is, and this is what I find fascinating, Sturt haven't been playing badly.
They haven't.
They've actually been quite good. They've kept the ball. They've moved the ball well. They probably lacked a little bit in that final third. But overall, it's not like they're being outplayed. It's just, I think Birkalla have just been absolutely critical in front of goal.
And there was an error that Dylan got onto. That's probably the only error, but the rest have been excellent.
Yep. They've been absolutely clinical in front of goal as Barnett goes long looking for Diamantis. And Vidmar gets there first and cuts that out. Falls kindly for Sturt. Here's Lessie. He goes and switches it to Hassan. Goes into the box up against Matsumoto on his right. Hits it. Straight into the arms of Harpus. Harpus will happily claim those all day long.
Coach was not happy with something that he saw there. Maybe Mo had another option. But I didn't see it that quickly. But look, shot on goal, bit of confidence. Just, I hope for their sake, they not concede anymore, because if Burke's getting another one
Before half time, it's going to be
the chubby man might start singing, and that's me.
It's a mountain to climb for them in that second half. His teammates can't get that under control. Here's Sakani. Goes inside and finds Klassen Thomas. He looks to cut the ball in, does Christophilos with the ref. What an effort that is, and good save there from Mele. What a ball that was, Theo.
Excellent, and the outside of the left foot.
Well, we know he's not going to hit it right-footed.
He could.
As that ball drifted in, here's Blackwood back to Thomas. Klassen Thomas, he can't bring it under control. Moroni clears and wins the free kick. Again, just Birkalla just seem to know where to be. They know what their front attacking options are just there in abundance.
Yeah, they're quite fluid. They know where their players are running. They know where to hit a pass. They know where to make that second run. They know how to deliver into the late, make a late run. It's just been a bit more fluid, and like you said, been ruthless.
Took over 40 minutes played in this first half here at Corinna Reserve in the RAA NPLSA round 5 clash. Theo, what would you, as we approach half time, you've coached across many leagues, across many ages. What would your thoughts, what would you be going into this half-time, what would you say to the Sturt side, and then what would you sort of say to Birkalla?
Well, I'm definitely no coach. I'm just standing up here. So if I was any good, I'd be out there somewhere. But I would be saying to the Sturt boys, look, we actually haven't been that bad. But let's just be a little bit more patient in our final third. Let's just choose our passes a bit more. Defensively, when we lose that ball, let's get our defensive shape a bit better. I think it's just about resetting, going back to the basics, and Fusco, if he rips shreds off them, they're gone. And then watch that ball.
He crosses. Harpers comes out for that one and claims. Sakani's down injured at the moment, and Harpers puts that ball out for him. And then on the flip side, what would you say if you're coaching Birkalla? What would you say to those charges for the second half?
What you just did in the first 45, please repeat in the second 45.
Just rinse, repeat.
Rinse, repeat. We've got 3 goals. Let's try and keep a clean sheet. I know Clarkey and Vidmar hate to consider guys Harpers. So let's try and keep a clean sheet. Let's give them nothing, because if Sturt get a sniff, anything can happen.
That's the thing, if they get a sniff, anything's possible. I mean, they scored 5 last week, so and like I said, they've scored plenty of goals. They've scored 12 goals this season already in the first 4 games, so they've scored plenty of goals.
They know to score goals. They've got goal scorers. I think the coaching staff, depending on how angry they are, they won't make any changes, but I think in the first 5 or 10, if nothing happens, there'll be lots of changes.
Yeah. We have spoken about the coaching staff. Obviously, John Fusco, head coach of Sturt, he's assisted by Justin Bralich and Steve Reed. Bralich, I believe he's a FSA player life member, because that's a long ball pulled by Sturt. He's been around a very long time, great player in his day as well. I was fortunate enough to play alongside him at Raiders many years ago. Steve Reed was reserves coach here at Sturt last season, but he's also been head coach of Seaford. It was actually the State League 2 championship winning coach in 2017 for Seaford, so certainly got some credentials behind him as well. Here's Yates. Here's Montashami, here's Diamantis.
This is what Steph doesn't want them to do. Just burn the ball. Just a bit more calm.
Happy to go all the way back to Brian Milling and goal. Here's Moroni every step forward. Wide to Hassan. Sortini back to Moroni. He's out there, and Sakani's first one onto it. Here is Sakani, he's waiting for some help. He's got Klassen Thomas, and he goes to Blackwood on the right. Blackwood then crosses for Klassen Thomas, and cleared by Sortini, who tracked all the way back.
Sortini likes to get that touch in that final third, but I'm sure his coach will be happy he got that's a defensive third.
Burks, here's Klassen Thomas, he's unable to find Blackwood. Sturt just need to be very careful. In the last minutes as we are in the 45. Great touch there from Sakani, just a human highlight reel, to be honest.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure he will be listening to our commentary, watching these highlights today. And, there's no lights today, but
yes, no lights today here required at Queenie.
Not yet anyway.
Not yet, that's true, not yet anyway. And speaking of lights, we do have a goal in the Adelaide Blue Eagles game. They've taken a 1-0 lead over Adelaide Atletico. Here's Sakani into the box. Cuts back onto his left and onto his right. Weighs up his options and tries to find feet, but can't in the end, and it's won by Sturt. So the fortune for Blue Eagles that they don't need lights at this stage. Let's hope it stays that way. They might be able to finish a game this season. They've only finished 2 games so far this year.
Oh, they'd be fit, I reckon.
Doesn't say they've played the least amount of game time than any other club so far in the HPG Home State League 1. Because I said, in saying that, their first game as well actually didn't complete the full 90. It got called off in the 86th minute, but the result stood. Here's Rodriguez, able to find some space. He goes back to Diamantis. Diamantis into the box. He looks to cross, cut out by Sakonis.
I was just about to remark and just say, a couple of moons ago, that Blue Eagles Adelaide victory game would have been an Italian derby.
It would have been.
No longer.
There is another goal in the Adelaide Comets game. Adelaide City have now taken a 3-1 lead over Comets.
Yeah, after scoring first, they just conceded 3 goals. Coaching staff.
Long throw in. There's Barnett wins the first header and then cleared by Matsumoto, and as far as Montashami, he actually goes back to Moroney. He's able to cross and does. Diamantis gets the flick, but gets it goal bound, but Harpus easily claims that one and he releases to Anajanto, but he's put under pressure straight away from Moroney. That's better from Sturt. Sortini wins that one, but can't find a teammate. But again, Lessie, this is what Sturt need. Here's Hassan up against Clark. Loses out. But much better there from Sturt. High pressure, forcing the errors from Birkalla in their own half.
Every time Moroney goes forward, he seems to be creating something. So I think coach might be asking if they can duplicate or triplicate.
And like I said, he's been in outstanding form this season, has Moroney. Not only going forward, but defensively. As that's going to be a free kick to Sakonis.
He's just slotted right in. Helps when you're 3-0 up.
Certainly does, and the ref there blows for half-time as Birkalla go into the half-time break. 3-0 up with goals to Sakani in the 6th and 35th minute, and the other goal to George Blackwood in the 14th minute. Sturt have got a bit of work to do in this second half. It will be coming up after this half-time break. And Theo, any last thoughts before we go have a break ourselves?
Yeah, that was excellent by Burks, and unfortunate for Sturt to have come up to the Tarkani delight, but I really eagerly anticipate the second half. I think it should be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, the human highlight reels, I've got to name him now on after watching that first half display from Sakani. We're going to take a quick break. Actually, before that, we've got the stats. Shots, Sturt 4, Birkalla 7 shots on target, Sturt 1, and 5 of their shots on target for Birkalla. So it just shows you how critical and ruthless they have been here at the Coruña Reserve in this round 5 RAA NPLSA clash. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back after half time.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jay Drobran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
everyone wants to win. We're not here to make up the numbers. We've been around as a soccer club here at Plimpton for 25 years now. We're really happy to be in State League 2 South Division for 2026.
We want to be attractive to everyone because we want people to come here and play.
Yeah, really been focusing on getting the group together and really setting that expectation to be a team from day one.
From the players to the coaches, the committee members, it's all one big family.
It's going to be tough for all the opposition to play us. They don't know anything about us. We're a young squad, but we've really got good energy, a really good bunch of boys.
So it's a big club with over 300 players, and over 1,000 members. So we're a strong brand, and we need to back ourselves.
If you go out there and you're just going for the draw and you're playing against top teams and you can't compete against them, there's no point playing.
I think this club's ready to take anything on. I think it's ready to boom. I think senior level, junior level, mini-roos, we've got a really strong supporter base, and I think we're going to see something really special coming to 2026.
I love refereeing because it's a challenge, to go out to try and get the right decision, manage some of the egos or the personalities, knowing that you've got all these different types of people at play. And there's actually been a good life school as well. I started refereeing junior games on the Sunday. I was playing in senior football on the Saturday, so I felt like making some money. I think I was a decent player back then. I could have stayed around and played senior football in NPL, but I decided to go refereeing, and I've gotten the National League much quicker than if I was as a player. Probably wouldn't have made it as a player, to be honest. Just kind of never looked back and was happy to progress. But I think people should try refereeing. I think it's a great tool to realise, how you can also contribute to part of the game. There's pathways. Definitely it can be a rewarding career.
Not sure which one will take it. It might be Baselli. It's Toriani. He's hit it well, and it's got into the corner. That's a cracking finish. And FK Belgrade, somewhere against a lot of play, have gone 1-0 up in the 6 minutes.
I think they're coming to celebrate with us.
And here is the corner on the far side. Konstadopoulos takes it. The wind takes it as well. And that's gone all the way in from the corner. Clear in. Goal from a corner. You don't see that very often, Theo. And FK Belgrade go 3-0 up. Para Hills Knights in deep trouble now.
The right boot of Samopoulos or the left boot of Caro Felix. It will be Samopoulos! Pumps it into the top left! And completes the night of goal scoring.
think something most people don't realise about being a referee is how rewarding it actually is, and like the amount of friends and mates you make along the way. Like, it's just a really great community. I was really nervous. I just got a random call up and I went out to the ground, but it was really great. Like, I had great support my first game, and it was really good to just be surrounded by people who did support me. I love officiating football because it's really rewarding, and like, it's a great way to be still a part of the game even if you aren't playing. I think my "this is why I do it" moment was last year, this year actually. I made my debut as an A-League official, and just being in front of like a big crowd was really cool to have experience, and it clicked in that moment. I was like, yeah, this is 100% why I do it. I have a great support system like here at FSA behind me. I would 100% say to someone who was thinking of becoming a referee to absolutely just go for it. Like, it's not as scary as you think it might be. Like, it's really good.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
You supported us on a Sunday, so come support us on a Saturday.
For Elizabeth Downs, it's a huge step up for the club. The club started in 1962, originally a school-based team, and as the club evolved, we needed some avenue for our juniors to start playing seniors, so we entered the South Australian Amateur League. From there we've just progressed, and over the last 10, 20 years we've had quite a successful period in the Amateur League, and now we're looking to extend that success.
We've had players play at the highest level. And we've also got a bunch of lads who have just been signed and have come through the ranks over the years who are 18, 19 years old, so it's a real good mixture of experience and youth, I think. Now there's just a perfect challenge, I think, to really build some more history and to get some more trophies over the line as well.
We're going to be difficult to break down, and certainly we'll have plenty of pace up front. We've got plenty of good ball players in the middle of the park, getting those guys into the final third and getting them one-on-one to take on those defenders. Our expectations are that we're aiming for promotion and potentially winning the league.
When we hosted Metro here in the quarterfinals of the Cup, that night was absolutely booming. We would have had 2,000 people here playing against a Div 1 NPL side. It was just a magic night. We won on penalties, we come back from behind, it just had everything that game.
I think the one message we'd like to send is that we're not here to have a trial year or make up numbers. I think we're here to get promoted and to win it all.
The supporters that have supported us for the last 15 years of my career here, they played together. If that doesn't describe what pride and passion is, playing together, supporting the club for 15 years, that's what we're about, and that's what I hope my team will be about in 10, 15 years when we all retire and watch the next generation.
and welcome back to Carina Reserve for the second half of this Round 5 RAA NPLSA clash between Sturt and Birkalla. We do have a couple of changes for the Sturt side in Monteshami and Rodriguez making way for Watson and Adam D'Agostino. It'll be interesting to see what happens now in terms of the way Sturt will line up. As we were discussing, Moroni seems to have gone out to the right-hand side of defence. He was probably probably one of Sturt's best players in that first half, Theo.
Yeah, I think they changed shape. They've changed shape as well. I was predicting that Fusco would have left everything and not thrown any magnets, but he has definitely thrown some magnets and changed.
He certainly has, as it looks to be. Rogers has moved further up on the right-hand side. Here's Hassan looking to get into the box and does so. Can't find Diamantis. Here's Klassen Thomas. Beautiful touch there to get past Watson. He releases Zoe Sakani. He thinks inside, but Watson cuts that one out. Good flip out there for Rogers. So Rogers has gone higher up on the right-hand side now to be more of a right winger. He finds Diamantis. Diamantis has come inside. He's probably playing now as the number 9. Yep. And Moroni, as I said, he's moved out to right back. And Watson's come into centre back.
I think they're playing a floating 4. Any one of those top 4 could go into that 7, 9, 10 position.
But the other player that's coming is D'Agostino, who's just a straight swap for Monteshami.
Yeah. Saying that, Mo's staying on the left, and I don't want to leave. I would actually like to see him.
We'll certainly stay that side as Barnett gets there first in front of Sakani and does find Hassan. Hassan now doesn't have much going forward, so he tracks inside. Looks for Rogers, but cut out by Vidmar. What a pickup. Vidmar's been for Birkalla with A-League and Youth International experience. Effectively 2 international playing at the back for Birkalla.
Excellent pedigree. Steve's got experience in every position. And where he lacks experience, he's got some excellent players like Dylan Classen.
As speaking of, Klassen Thomas wins that free kick. And the only change that we have had for Birkalla is that 1-2 in the first half, where Welsh came off as we expect to be for injury, and Sakonis has come on in his place in a straight swap, partner alongside Yates. Here's Sakani down the line, able to keep that one in. No, not quite, as Tembi says that one has gone out. And we've got results around the grounds with South Adelaide now 3-0 down to Fulham in their HPG Home State League 1 clash. Nobby Vista and Metro Stars in the WNPL, 1 apiece there.
Adelaide City 3-1.
Adelaide City 3-1 over the Comets, who were 1-0 up in that clash. And Sasan releases Diamantis down the line, but he does well to keep that in. As he now gets into the box. Crosses. Sortini hits left boot, but straight into the arms of Harpus there. And those results, thanks to One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. And like us, chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA 2026. They have been for a number of years now, and it's great to have locals on board. Here is Birkalla able to keep the ball, to push it around. Matsumoto and Sakonis. Yates all played some beautiful triangles there, and they now find Sakonis. Sorry, not Sakonis. They find Sakani. Sturt bring the ball back. All the way back to Zalmare. Watson. Pressure from Klassen Thomas.
Bergson don't want to concede anything. They'll just keep it status quo at least. And it seems like for the first couple of minutes.
against England. Switches the play to Lessie. He's able to play forward, but Matsumoto cuts that out. So Matsumoto's probably just got the edge on Hassan so far this game.
Yeah, Mo's got past him a couple of times, but he has got past him and not actually done too much, so Matsumoto will take that.
Certainly would if Clark gets there first, but only finds Diamantis, and Yates manages to cut that out beautifully by capturing it between the legs and then wins the free kick.
Jaden was saying, do you remember the last tackle at college training that you took me out? Okay, I'll just hold you back up now. Former teammates. At the comments.
It was before Diamantis went on his travels to I think he was in the VPL, the Victorian Premier League, I believe it was.
I think he went to Croydon and then he went to...
He did, yeah, Croydon, and then interstate, and now he's back in SA with Sturt. As Yates will leave that one for Vidmar. He looks to go wide and finds Zakani. He goes inside and finds Yates. Yates under pressure and almost gets away with it, but Lessie wins out. Here is Lessie. Megs bonus beautifully. Here's Lessie, goes wide to Hassan into the box. Up against Clark onto his right. Hits it, blocked by Clark beautifully. Here's Elton into D'Agostino. He then goes wide to Moroney. Moroney finds Rogers in a little bit of space and he's able to cross and does so, but cleared by Sakonis, but not very far. Here's Lessie to Sortini, but really wanted that on his right foot. Here is Lessie.
Lessie's been at the centre of everything.
He's that type of player, is Lessie. If they can get him and Sortini on the ball more, which they were finding Lessie in the first half, but not in the positions where he could hurt them. So this is much better for Sturt, playing a little bit higher. And now they've won the free kick. It's Hassan and Elton over this one. Has allowed the tall timber to go forward in Barnett and Moroney and Watson from the back.
So both teams got a bit of height here. Two shoulders placed with Burks in the wall.
Yeah. As it will be Hassan. Goes far post. Goes all the way through and it's going to drift in, and it has. Looks like Watson. As there's a bit of a fight in the goal for that ball. Forget about that. But that's one back for Sturt. Makes it 3-1. In the 52nd minute. I reckon it was Watson that got the finish in the end.
Yeah, I couldn't actually see it. Could have been an own goal, but I reckon I'm going to give that to Watto.
And so I like to give it to a player. Let's give that to Watson. Is that the spark Sturt needed, Theo, to get back into this game?
Fusco would have said early goal. Jaleka sort of said, let's not concede early. So I think Sturt got their way with this one. And it's the goal hard. Everyone's been scoring goals on that side.
So that's it.
2 more goals away from your prediction.
I know. It'd be very impressive if that comes about, but let's not worry about that at this stage.
Great for Sturt to get early in. I think Burke just need to just refocus. Understand they've still got a couple of goals up. Keep the ball. Deny Sturt because they can score.
They certainly can. They've shown that this season. Both teams scoring goals throughout. Cleared by Watson. Lessie inside Sakonis. Now he looks to play Diamantis in behind, and he's got there. Diamantis. And he's finished it. He's made it 3-2. Within a minute of the first one, they've scored the second. Sturt are well and truly back into this game.
It's Fusco actually, you know what? Take my hat off to him. I'm actually not going to take my hat off at the moment because he's outside. But I'll take my hat off. He's made the changes, and I literally think on the half, I think Lessie has just literally, his work has, not to say he didn't work, but he's been in absolutely everything. His the 1v1 work, his ball over the top to Jaden, and Jaden's finished. I think he's been at the centre of everything. So
the difference is they've managed to get him playing higher in those dangerous positions where he can affect the game, whereas in the first half he wasn't able to. He was getting plenty of the ball, but just not in the right positions for Sturt. And now they're finding him in the right positions, and it's certainly paid dividends as Sturt now putting all sorts of pressure on Birkalla, as Moroney will take this long throw. As seen against Metro, this long throw caused them issues. They did clear, but it wasn't without their issues, as it comes in long from Moroney. Lessie with the first touch, Harpus up and claims the high ball, and he'll look to release Zakani, and does so beautifully. He's up against Elton, and Elton just gets there in time, but beautiful delivery there from Harpus.
Moroney just trying to channel his inner Stoke.
That's the old school Stoke, that one. It's that's for sure. Rory Delap days. What a turnaround from Sturt here at Corinna in the RAA NPLSA round 5 clash.
This is why you come and watch the local game. Come out and watch your local club. You'll definitely be given some entertainment.
You certainly will. Certainly get entertainment. And if you can't get to those games, tune into the FSA League's YouTube channel and you can watch them in the comfort of your own home. But I said, if you can get to them, get to them. You won't have to listen to us babble on about it. Yates finds Blackwood. Tyson Thomas cuts inside onto his left, curls it, and Zalen Meleg with an absolute goldie save there. That was going in, all ends up, and Meleg throws himself to the right. And a massive paw to push that one out for a corner. Birkalla not giving up just yet.
No, and for you to say that's a massive save, it must be a massive save, because you're from the goalkeepers convention. So you are definitely number one ticket holder there. So look, that looked like an absolute cracker. Dylan created a yard of space. Beautiful left foot shot. Great save.
It certainly was. And that's, again, come out to local football and watch things like that. Yates with the corner this time. Goes far post. Zakani's up. Free header. Saved by Meleg, and it's in. Vidmar on the lines. Able to direct that one home, and it's now 4-2.
There goes your prediction.
There goes my prediction. But goals galore here at Corinna in round 5 of the RAA NPLSA.
Yeah, please take note during this pause. Gamble responsibly. Don't listen to commentators make predictions about scores.
That's exactly right. We do it for a bit of fun on the One Game at a Time podcast. If you do want to tune in every Wednesday night, you can do. We will talk about all these games and the results, and tune in now and you can watch this absolute pleasure fest of goals.
You always get special guests in as well, so it's always a good watch.
We certainly try. Sturt now got to work hard again to close this gap. Sturt get us underway again, Theo.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the end of the goals either, by the way.
I don't think so either. I think this game still has more goals in it. As Rogers wins the free kick there on the far side. One World LED and Sport Systems for you, indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. The scoreboard check. West Orange Birkalla 4-2 at the moment. Adelaide City still 3-1 up with only 5 minutes to go there against Comets, and in the HBG Home State League on Blue Eagles still 1-0 over Adelaide Athletic, as that swung in from Elton, cleared by Blackwood. And the other game, Fulham against South Adelaide Panthers, and Fulham have taken a 3-0 lead in that game, 60 minutes played there. South's in big trouble again this week. The Eagles cruising at the moment. Maybe they should play more day games. We won't have any issues then.
Oh, so they still get to play.
Exactly. There, Mantis back to Lessie. Lessie wide to Moroney. Moroney out to Rogers. Up against Anagenta. Goes inside, but cut out by Sakonis. Christophilos comes away with it. Tyson Thomas plays Blackwood. And Birkalla able now to get into the half of Sturt.
I like the way Soy moves. You expect him on the right, you see him on the left.
He certainly has given a free roaming role up front, and it certainly pays dividends. Able just to pick up the ball when he wants, where he wants. Certainly a creative player that you want on the ball. As Clark just thinks that in, and Elton gets there first. Sortini, Hassan. Here's D'Agostino. He finds Sortini in some space. He's able to turn and go forward. Looks to cross, does so, goes all the way through. Vidmar clears. Sarkonis further out, and Blackwood eventually clears completely, only as far as Barnett, but he gives it away to Sakani. Sakani will find a little bit of space and then finds Blackwood inside, who's got plenty of space now, and he's able to move forward. Here's Blackwood. Goes wide to Claston Thomas up against Elton. Elton wins that challenge. He does. Certainly was a great tackle there. And here is Elton away. Certainly doesn't give up, this young lad. Plays the ball in behind for Hassan to get onto it, and does so. Hassan into the box, cuts onto his right, onto his left, hits it. Blocked by Clark, and Harpers collects. Good move there from Sturt.
Yeah, and Clarkie's second big block on Mo. So, well, Clarkie excellent defensively. Just want Mo to try something a little bit different. He's tried that same move.
Apologies for the sirens going behind us. Hopefully nothing major. Yes, Clark in absolute fine form at the moment. He was excellent against FK Beergrad last week. As Yates wins that free kick. He was in absolute fine form last week against his former employee in FK Beergrad. He's continued that form this week.
Played a lot of his junior football. I did have coached against him as a player as a 6 or an 8. He's got lots of experience.
Great play there from Birkalla. Here's Matsumoto now on the right. He crosses. Blackwood can't get there, as D'Agostino does very well to win that header. He goes out for the throw on the far side. But yeah, I'd seen Clark more of a holding midfielder when he was younger, and then obviously Adelaide United, he also moved into the back lines and played there a lot. And as he stepped away from that, he's just continued in that centre-back role. Did play it in the holding role for FK Beergrad a number of times, actually, in the last couple of seasons with their injuries and things like that. And wasn't getting much game time last season, so he moved across to Birkalla, and he's started every game. As Enerjano goes for a long throw and goes long, Lessie gets there first. Cleared again by Lessie, but Christophilos wins that one. No one knows where that goes, and eventually falls to Birkalla. Sturt do well to come away with it.
Bit of roulette there.
It was. Birkalla take control of that. Got another goal in the HBG Home State League 1. And that goal has gone to Fulham. It is now 4-0. I believe it's been played at West Beach. Gets there first ahead of Sakani, but only as far as Claston Thomas. Matsumoto.
Still 3-0, 3-1 to Adelaide City.
Yes. Do you have the WNPL result there by any chance, Theo?
Still 1-all.
Still 1-all between Modbury Vista and Metro Stars in the WNPL.
Just started the second half.
And if you missed it last night, plenty of action across all the leagues in the Apex Steel WNPL. Adelaide Uni drew with Salisbury to 2-2. Birkalla, women's Birkalla beat Adelaide Comets 2-1, and the FSA NTC squad beat Flinders United 2-0 as that switch of play finds Matsumoto in space, and he's able to bring it under control. He crosses, cleared by Watson, well ahead of Zakani. And in the Apex Steel Women's State League, Adelaide City trouncing Western Strikers 5-1. Cove drawing with Elizabeth Grove 1 apiece, and South Adelaide Women's losing to Adelaide Jaguars 4-1, and Sturt Women's beating Modbury Jets 4-0, and Sturt Women's sitting pretty top of the table in the WSL.
I'd like to take just 3 of those goals and just give them donated to the men. Unfortunately, you can't do that.
As Burks look to make a substitution, their second one, this one's not an injury force. It looks to be Christophilos, who hasn't started many games so far this season. And Conway, the goal winner, scored the winning goal last week against FK Beergrad, will come on in his place.
Well, they've got some talent on this bench, and Conway can definitely score and can definitely play.
Certainly can. We've seen it many times. Today's his first start for this season, so I'm not surprised he's done well to last to roughly about the hour mark. As they continue with those results. We move into the HBG Home State League 1. Adelaide Olympic played Mulberry Jets last night and came away with a 1-1 draw. And Cumberland United beating Eastern United 4-2 at Ladyborough Stadium, AA Bailey Reserve. State League 2 North. Port Adelaide getting their first win of the season, 1-0 over Anglevale. Adelaide Uni in the south, drawing with Noarlunga 0-0. As I said earlier, FK Beograd playing out a 2-2 draw last night.
Very comprehensive recap of what's been happening.
We certainly try. If you miss the results, we'll try and give them to you during the games. It's what we do. As he did last. 64 minutes for Christopher Field. So a good hit out for him in his first start for this 2026 season.
Yeah, set up a goal. Looked quite dangerous. Coach will be happy. Brings up a very, very good player, Conway.
Certainly does, and goal scorer Conway as well. Like I said, he scored last week, the winner, but we've seen him score goals for Sturt in the past, for Birkalla, for South Adelaide. So he knows where the goals are. As Yates knocks that high, and that's actually going to come down right with us here. Thank Yates for that one, as he gave me the touch of the ball. I'm not sure how he's managed that, but eventually Sturt win the free kick.
Yeah, Yates tried to kill the poor cameraman.
He certainly did. As Sturt will set this one up. They play short to Sortini. Back to Lessie. Lessie's able to cross and does so, but cleared by Yates, only as far as Rogers. He goes wide to Moroney. Moroney to the overlapping Rogers. He looks to cross. Can't. Conway cuts him out. Be an interesting battle now with Conway and Moroney. Moroney's already played 65 minutes. Conway coming on fresh, and we know that he's quick. As Moroney crosses, Clark clears. Rogers gets there in the box, but no one knows where it eventually goes, and Rogers gives away the free kick for a high boot.
Yeah, I think Moroney, he might have 60-odd minutes in, but he'll be very experienced and knows what to do, knows how to position his body, knows how to be in that defensive cover, so I think he'll be fine.
I actually have a score from this HBG Home State League 2 North. Northern Demons currently 1-0 up in their clash.
Good game. Some really good players.
They're playing against Elizabeth Downs today. As that's long from Harpers. Rogers will keep that in on the far side. Goes down the line, but that's going to go all the way through. There are plenty of that games on today as well. We had, obviously, as we know, the Mulberry Vista Metro Stars in the WNPL. There's also the women's West Adelaide WNPL playing against Campbelltown. That kicks off at 4:45 today. And you can watch that one at Kilburn, or you can watch on the FCA League's YouTube channel. Here's D'Agostino. Barnett goes wide to Moroney. It's back inside onto his left. He goes back to Barnett.
Yeah, it's a big doubleheader down at Kilburn today. Bit of interesting Campbelltown versus Westies. Bit of a tough love ball.
Here's Diamantis with a shot blocked by Anderjanto. Yates goes down the box and Rogers turns and hits the post, and the flag's gone up on the far side for offside. But Sturt creating issues there for Birkalla.
Yeah, they are, and they get fouled. Did that fall to Rogers then?
It did.
He was slightly offside.
Yep.
The crowd got very excited there.
Certainly did. He couldn't make it count though. It did hit the post, so he'd be glad the flag went up.
The coach would not have been happy in his analysis after game.
No, certainly not. And back to the HBG Home State League 1. We've got Oleg Blue Eagles and Adelaide Atletico, as you know, playing at the moment, and Fulham and South Adelaide playing at the moment. Game kicking off at 5 o'clock. Cove versus Salisbury United at Cove. As Lessie plays that wide to Rogers. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, Cobras are playing Adelaide Croatia Raiders. I believe our very own David Grant will be on that game, commentating that game tonight.
I think the food will be very good there tonight.
It certainly will be. If you get a chance to go down there, head over to Pro Paint Panel, Weagle Oval, for that clash tonight. Again, 7 o'clock, as Moroney will take a long throw. It does, into the box. Harper's punches only as far as Moroney. He's able to bring it under control and puts it back into the box. Goes high and over the bar. Be disappointed with that.
Yeah, that does cause a little bit of grief. Those throw-ins, just like I said, he did everything right, but it's just when he controlled the ball, he just unfortunately hit a target in the box.
HBG Homes State League 2 North. Barossa are playing against Salisbury Inter. Pontian Eagles against Gawler. Walden Demons against Elizabeth Downs at 5:15. Mowbray Vista are taking on Elizabeth Grove in the State League 2 South. Plimpton took on Adelaide Titans at 2:30 today. Adelaide Hawks, Seaford 3 o'clock. Mount Barker Vipers 3 o'clock today. And then the late game today for that league is the Garn United versus Western Strikers at 5 o'clock. So get out to those games. And obviously then in our NPLSA men's league, as that's long into the box. Watson gets a touch, it falls to Conway in the box. He finds Carson Thomas, finishes wide, but the flag's gone up.
Yeah, another one. Dylan just made that run a little bit too early. Just got caught offside. I think Sturt
looking to make some changes. And then tonight, Metro Stars at 5:15 take on Para Hills at TK Shutter Reserve, and the other remaining fixture in the RANPLSA is West Adelaide men's, as we mentioned earlier, playing against Campbelltown in that double header at 7 o'clock at Kilburn. So get down to them if you can.
Be another good feed at that game as well, I think.
Certainly will be. Melee goes long, looking for Leslie, finds him. Leslie flicks on him. Diamantis bodies
very
Clark
well.
off the ball very well. Here's Sakani now for Birkalla. Conway, Sakani. Keep the ball now. Force Sturt to run. Sturt will look to go to the bench as John Fusco chats with his charges that are going to come on. Conway gets there first in front of Watson. The ref wasn't sure about it, eventually blows for a free kick. After chatting with his assistant referee on the side. Watson judged to have fouled and he came off second best.
Yeah.
Did he go into the book as well then?
Yeah, he did. He went quite... Oh, is the referee blowing the whistle?
No, he hasn't. Clever from Yates there, but doesn't get away with that one. I like his thought process though.
Definitely would have been a contender for goal of the week for sure.
Sturt not making that change just yet. So they can't take this free kick.
Blackwood's on the pickle juice.
I said he was ill last week, so he did miss the game, so he might still be feeling the effects of that as the pickle juice does get thrown around a bit. And plus Thomas is going to take a swig as well.
It's not the best tasting drink, so you probably don't want to drink it.
I was going to say, I've never tried it and I don't plan on. I don't play football anymore to worry about cramp. As Yates stands over this one. He shoots a long way out, goes wide, but will now allow Sturt to make that change. Looks like Sortini making way. So Sean Garrett coming on. Sortini making way. Garrett coming on. Sortini done well, gets through 70 odd minutes in his first stint back, and Rogers the other player to make way for young Jack Dunstall.
And that finished at LA City, with LA City scoring a fourth goal in the 90 plus 5 minutes.
Oh, to make it 4-1.
4-1 after Commons scored first. A little bit disappointing finish there from the Commons.
Certainly is. But they did break the duck in scoring a goal for the season.
Yeah, but I would rather keep a clean sheet and not concede any goals.
That's very true.
Or score.
As Leslie wins that one, beautifully brings it down, plays in Dunstall. Great first touch there from the young man. Goes wide to Hassan. Cuts on his right, slows down. Here's Elton, he crosses. all the way through to Harpers. Just over Diamantis' head there in the end. As he goes long looking for Sakani through the middle. And Mele comes out, hits up the first time volley. Does very well to find teammate there in Lessie. Lessie switches it out to Barnett. He's able to step forward. Here's Moroney. Let's go on the far side. Getting a straight swap for Rogers on that right-hand side.
For Leslie calling out for the ball on his left-hand side here. Getting quite frustrated it's not coming to him.
Here's Diamantis with the cross come shot, and that's over the bar and out for a goal kick. So it took over 75 minutes, and Birkalla now going to their bench.
Blackwood,
Sakani making way after his human highlight reel performance today. Ibrahim coming on in his place. He did start last week, Amir. And that changes now. Forced him to make a... Not only does he come on, he's come on to the left. He's forced Conway across to the right and Glaston Thomas to go through the middle. Here's Diamantis into the box. Shoots. And Harper's happily watches that one go wide.
Yeah, once again, Thanasi winning that ball in the middle of the park. Quick turn, plays in Jaden. A great connection. Unfortunately, it goes wide.
Birkalla get us underway. As he goes long, Conway wins the first one, but Leslie, second ball, finds Dunstall. He's able to turn and find Hassan on the right-hand side, left-hand side. Looks to cut in, gets into the box. Step over, gets into the box. Here's D'Agostino. Goes back to Elton. And to his right. Crosses, but cleared by Blackwood. Here's Watson. Someone tries to flick it over to Dunstall. Does well, but Sturt come away with it in the end. Here is Dunstall. Good tackle there by between the two.
My junior coach would have said to Mo, you know what, you don't have to beat the same player 15 times, have a shot at goals.
Certainly had a lot of step overs there, and thought he could have made a decision a bit quicker.
You create that space, you create the objective, have a shot.
Blackwood wins the free kick there. It's interesting, I did see Hassan go down under the challenge from Yates as though it really hurt, but he was back up, he was down and back up within seconds to have a go at Yates, and I was trying to work out why. Looked like a pretty fair challenge to me.
Yeah, he just said, I don't like your boot colour. Why aren't you wearing the same colour boots as me today?
As we took over, getting close to that 80-minute mark of this game. Elton wins that header, and Messi, second ball. Very calm and collected on the ball. He goes long. He's Elton, but Matsumoto plucks that out of thin air and gets the ball moving for Birkalla.
What are you doing?
Elton's gone down and he's in some pain. Conway's going to get a booking here.
I think Conway was just running in a direction.
Just waiting to have a chat with his assistant, and he is booked Conway in the 79th minute. And Elton really struggled with that. I thought he was in a lot of danger there of doing his knee, because I've seen a lot of players do their knees on the artificial, but he's back up and walking.
The bench has been asking me, he's fine.
It's good to see. Just now making a change, Sturt. I'm just trying to work out who's actually coming off. He's taking Moroney off, making way for the other D'Agostino brother. I thought Moroney was had a good game, and interesting to see that he's come off.
Maybe just putting him in the shelf for next week, maybe thinking we might not get anything, or we might just put a bit of fresh legs on, especially out wide. Maybe we can create an overload somewhere.
It's Dylan D'Agostino that's come on, brother of Adam, and he's gone straight up top. So I dare say that changes. He also brought a piece of paper out with him, some instructions for the rest of the team as Melee goes into the box. Clark wins the first one, only as far as Hassan. Hassan's wide.
Don't forget team dinner, or there's a fine tonight.
He crosses and Harpers claims that one right on the line. Harpers goes long looking for Thomas, and Watson wins that one for Sturt. Here's Garrett on the far side, goes down the line looking for D'Agostino, but I think the line's going to beat him, and it does.
Dangerous spot to be in, actually. Far corner, but you hit take an extra 4 or 5 metres.
Yeah,
that's the Nathan.
He'll still take another 3 or 4 on the throw as well. He's just being told to move back by the assistant referee on that far side.
I forgot to mention on the way back, I saw a gentleman walking past me and he had a big smile on his face, and I looked at him and said, "Oh, you got a big smile on your face?" He goes, "Of course, Arsenal's top." He was wearing an Arsenal top and an Arsenal cap. I forgot to mention that to you, but I just did then.
Brilliant. There's certainly a lot of Arsenal supporters have come out this year, that's for sure. We've always been there, but we've not had a lot to celebrate. Here's Elton Hassan against Matsumoto. Goes inside and finds Lessie. Here's Watson under pressure. He loses out. Ibrahim does well. He releases Conway on this near side. Conway's now able to get forward. Crosses. Looking for Blackwood. It just can't get there. And Melee just happily picks it up. It just didn't want to come back at all.
Step up! Once again, they caught him in that middle of the park. Won that ball. And once again, another defensive error. Midfield error.
This time Sakonis for Birkalla wins it in that area. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Battle there between Anagano and D'Agostino. Matsumoto wins out in the end. Messi certainly driving Sturt forward as much as he can.
I think his work rate second half has been exceptional. He's worked very hard. This is quite dangerous.
Yates looking for Matsumoto, finds him. Matsumoto, then Conway inside. Conway chest, shoot. And he does not hit his volleyball at all, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Matsumoto probably thought, shouldn't have passed that, I should have shot myself.
I think he was just told that actually as he looked to the bench. He could have lobbed Melee. Melee was certainly off his line, and
you can't blame his delivery.
No, certainly can't. Dustin Thomas beats Watson, but eventually wins the ball back. Distributes out to Ibrahim on the far side. Ibrahim up against Barnett. Shoots, blocks. And it's false. So either both players, and eventually ref's given a corner as we tick over 83 minutes. Not long left of this match here at Corinna.
Dylan's really looking forward to wants to score a goal.
Have got goals in HPG Home State League 1. Adelaide Atletico have scored an equaliser against Adelaide Blue Eagles to make it 1 apiece. 83 minutes gone, and Panthers have scored a goal against Fulham to make it 4-1. 84 minutes played there. And the WNPL Albury Vista still 1 apiece with Metro Stars. As Yates will swing this one in back here at the NPLSA. Goes far post. All the way through. Melee gets a hand onto that. Dustin Thomas picks up the rebound.
All the program together.
And he goes all the way back to Matsumoto. Finds Dustin Thomas in some space. He's able to turn and go forward. Here's Clark, unable to get that under control. Sakonis cleans up for Birkalla. Vidmar. He now steps into midfield. Goes wide to Clark. His centre half pairing, who's now playing right wing. Goes inside and finds Blackwood. Yates out to Conway on the far side. He's able to cut in onto his right. Hits it. And he sends that one over the bar.
I was about to say he was channeling his inner Moroni. Moroni was making those runs in the first half. I think he's doing the same in the second half.
Melee goes long. It's gone all the way through. Here's D'Agostino. Beats Harpers, and that's going to roll all the way in. And that makes it 4-3.
Can't be long to go now.
Cannot be long to go. We'll check that. Let's check how long. We've only got 5 minutes left of normal time to play. As there is just a hold up on seeing what the referee discussed with his assistant referee.
Yeah, they're having a bit of the coaching crew are having a discussion with the.
Looks like he's saying the ball was outside the 6-yard box when he hit the goal kick.
So it may not be a goal.
So it may not be a goal. We're just waiting to see what. And no, they're forcing him to retake the goal kick. They're saying the ball. The assistant referee on this near side is saying the ball was outside the 6-yard box when he took the kick. So that goal's not going to stand.
Fortunately, on that occasion, it was not centimetre perfect.
Birkalla lucky to get away with that one just there. I'd love to have a look at the replay on that. Ref's just having a chat now with Anijanto and D'Agostino, Dylan, who ran onto that and managed to put it past Harpus. Go again. Goal kick's retaken. Not short this time, and Mallet goes long, but Vidmar is the first one to get his head onto that one. Lessie goes wide. Here's Hassan. So it took into, like I said, the last few minutes. There will be at least, I'd say, 3 or 4 minutes of time added to this game. Not many injuries, but we've had obviously all the substitutions and then a couple of goals, which will add time on, and then obviously that one there as well. Here's D'Agostino. He goes wide to Watson.
They'll throw Barnett up top.
They certainly have. Everyone's forward. Crosses in. Here is Barnett. Can't get a touch. Diamantis
hit it, son.
Shoots. Blocked by Clark again. Vidmar then clears. That stays in. Stayed in all the way. Quite incredibly. And then Elton puts the ball out. Frisco not happy with that one at all.
Could have just played with his right foot to the keeper and gone out the other side. But that's okay.
Clark again with a huge block there from that shot.
He's had 3 excellent blocks today.
He has. He's been fantastic all day today. Some standout performances today. And I will ask you for a 3-2-1 Cleo at the end of the game. So get your thinking caps on.
Well, I know my number one.
Please tell me the human highlight reel in Zoe Sakani. As Matt Smoder goes long, Classen Thomas beats 2, then crosses. Abraham can't get there at the far post. That's going to go all the way through to Blackwood now. He muscles in front of Garrett, who just goes straight to the back, but eventually the ball goes out for a throw-in. Ibrahim wins that, but only as far as D'Agostino. Dylan flicks it down the line for Barnett, who fouls Anijanto. I can certainly see some more cards coming out now. It's starting to get a little bit
it's a bit
feisty.
A bit more tense than the Southern Derby. It's getting a little bit more tense, but just calm heads, guys. Worth getting a booking suspension for no reason.
LED scoreboard systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Scoreboard ticks over 80 into 89 minutes. Sturt currently 2. Birkalla 4. And Janto goes in the book for time wasting.
It can be quite frustrating as a coach sometimes. Your player gets a yellow card for no reason. For 3 seconds.
He goes long, looking for Ibrahim backwards. Incomplete. Garrett gets there first. Sakonis, Yates, Sturt come away with it. Looks to cross field ball, but only finds Conway. Conway looks for Classen Thomas in behind. Classen Thomas hits it first time and eventually well blocked there by Watson. There's a bit of a block and Classen Thomas almost getting it caught under his own feet as well. That's long. Clark cuts that out. Here's Conway. He's going to go all the way back to Matsumoto. He goes long down the line looking for Classen Thomas, but Elton will happily look to see this one out over the line and does so.
He has not stopped running all game.
I say Elton or Classen Thomas, but you could say that for both of them. As D'Agostino goes into Anajana, who is pushed into his goalkeeper and Harpus, and D'Agostino goes into the book as well now. Like I said, it's going to get a little bit feisty and go into 90 minutes, 90th minute.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yep. Certainly has done with that one, as the trainer is required to make their way out to check on both players, and Anijano stayed down.
Yeah, Steph just telling his bench to sit down and stop talking about it.
Quick now to the ground, the Blue Eagles and Adelaide Atletico. 90 minutes have been played and it's still 1 apiece there, and Fulham have scored another goal in their game against South Adelaide to make it 5-1 there. The other game of Adelaide City beating Adelaide Comets 4-1. And still 1-1 in the Albury Vista Metro Stars
West Adelaide,
WMPL.
West Adelaide and Campbelltown, the WMPL have just kicked off.
So after this game, plenty of games to choose from to tune into. You have Metro Stars playing Para Hills in the men's RA NPLSA at 5:15, and then West Adelaide against Campbelltown at 7 o'clock. I think Adelaide United Youth are playing tomorrow against Croydon Kings. HBG Home State League 1. You have the Cobra playing Salisbury United at 5 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock tonight, Adelaide Cobras against Raiders. That game, I believe, we'll have our very own David Grant on commentary for that one.
The David Grant special.
He doesn't do. He does plenty of games, and he chooses to jump down to State League 1 and covers a game when he can there as well. Certainly doesn't do things in halves. Our David Grant. And you can hear his accent and voice on the One Game at a Time podcast on Wednesday nights as well. As Anijano is back up on his feet. And because the fact that D'Agostino got booked, he actually doesn't have to go off the field. Harpers will look to take this, and this will certainly add time on to this game, as we have ticked into extra time, or time added. There will be certainly plenty of time added now. I'd say there'd be that would have added at least a minute, if not 2. As Harpers goes along looking for Conway, Leslie's going to compete and win. Here's Matsumoto. He loses out to young Dunstall. He goes back to Elton, who goes long. And Yates is there to cut it out for Birkalla. Here's Lessie, picks up the second ball. He reverse pass looking for Diamantis, cut out by Clark. Matsumoto goes back to Vidmar, who's loose touch Diamantis. And Vidmar does enough to put him off, and Harpers comes out and claims. Harpers goes long, a little bit of a shaky moment there from Vidmar as Conway gets there. He goes inside and finds Klassen Thomas. He can't beat D'Agostino, does very well, and Dunstall comes away with it. Elton eventually clears out to Garrett on the far side.
Just needed one more link pass out to Ibrahim, who was by himself.
That would have certainly ended the game, that one. Here's Barnett on the right wing. He leaves it for Garrett, but Harpers is all the way out and clears.
I was quite surprised there. Barnett was actually in front of him. He probably would have got to the ball first.
I'm just wondering if he thought he might have been offside. So he might have just gone, now let Garrett get there first as we look for a new ball, but there isn't one. Because they're all in the trees with the koalas, I would say. I think Zarland's actually played ball boy, and he's almost got there quicker than anyone else, but they do now have a ball on the far side, and Garrett's going to take the throw. Goes short to Elton. Elton will look to cross and does so. Barnett, free header, but misses. He goes all the way through to Hassan. He hits it across, cleared by, I think that was Blackwood on that occasion. Lessie goes all the way across, and I dare say he will look to take this throw and go long into the box. Go short.
Consolation.
At this stage it might be. Here is Lessie. Back to Hassan. Hassan into the box. Back to Diamantis at the top of the box. He shoots, blocked by Yates. And Blackwood will now come away with it for Birkalla. He looks to play in Ibrahim. Finds Matsumoto. He goes backwards to Blackwood. They're happy now just to keep the ball and waste as much time as they can by keeping it. As we do tick over 94 minutes played. Goes line looking for Ibrahim. He's got some speed about him, and he gets into the box. He's up against Watson. Gets inside of him onto his right. He's got no help at all there. He's up against 4. And Sturt win out. Here's D'Agostino. Lessie. Should expect this just to now be closing out as the ref looks at his watch. Goes long. Matsumoto now currently sitting in the middle of the park and gets away from Dunstall. Almost gets away from Watson, but he still ends up with the ball and gets the push in the backhand, wins the free kick.
Yeah, Yates is covering him as a 2. Yeah. Yates is saying, all right now, guys, just calm down. Just put your foot on the ball. Time's up.
Any goal now for Sturt would be a consolation, but Birkalla just happy to try and see this one out and come away with a 4-2 win. The RA and NPLSA. As West Adelaide Women's have taken a 1-0 lead over Campbelltown in the first 6 minutes of that game in the Apex Steel WNPL.
Big grudge match. That was Campbelltown knocked Westies out of the final race last year. There's another goal at Fulham.
6-1 now for Fulham in HPG Home State League 1 as Birkalla clipped this into the corner, and Conway on the far side will look to not try and win the throw and does so. Sturt win that free kick, and Wesley all over the park. Goes long, hoping to find something, and unfortunately for him, he's rushed his kick and it's gone out on the far side. We're just now waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. He just, I think, just highlighted 1 more minute. It would tick into 97 minutes played as that ball's thrown along to Classon Thomas. He goes inside looking for Blackwood. Blackwood can't quite get there, and Elton, who's done a mountain of running today, gets there in front of him. Here's Sakonis, does well to get round it, but loses out to Garrett. Garrett does well. He finds Barnett on the right wing. He crosses looking for Hassan. He can't quite bring under a spell, but it's forced wide. He goes reverse pass to Diamantis. Diamantis looks to go line and runs out of play and out for a goal kick. And I would say that is probably game, set and match for Birkalla here in round 5 of the RA NPLSA to go unbeaten in 5 now.
Great start by Bergs, great start. They've been very well coached. They got tested, got it down to 3-2, then they just got that goal, and calm heads prevailed.
As Dennis blows for full time here at Carina Reserve, with Birkalla running out 4-2 winners over Sturt, with Zoe Sakani 2 goals, Blackwood with 1, Vidmar with a goal as well. Sturt's goal scorers Diamantis in the 54th minute and Watson in the 52nd minute. So those 2 goals back to back really scared Birkalla, forced them to then put their foot down on that pedal again and try and get that 4th, which they did. The last thoughts, Theo?
Yeah, excellent game. Thank you for the invite, firstly. Best player, probably Mr. Sarkani. You probably have to give it to him. Second best player, I probably thought Clarkey was brilliant. He made a couple of crucial blocks, even towards the end. And third, well, it could have been
a number of players.
Dylan Classon Thomas, George Blackwood. Except for bringing this team in the second half, I gave third best to Leslie.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you there. I thought Leslie was excellent for Sturt, just really dragged his team back from a 3-0 deficit to get them back in so quickly and to make it 3-2. And certainly Stablex would have been worried there for a moment, and then again, like I said, that last goal from Vidmar really just sealed the deal. Was just waiting for those stats to pop up, but there were some good saves from both goalkeepers as well. It wasn't like Harper's had nothing to do. He still had saves to make. He made 1 great save in the first half, and then I think Melee probably outdid him with his save in the second half as he flung himself to the right and got a big palm across to force the ball out. So stats haven't appeared yet, but that's all right. We're going to say farewell. Thank you for joining us, Theo. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much for the invite, and thanks for listening to us.
And like I said, plenty of action still to come in the RAA NPLSA. There's games across tonight in RAA, in the state NPL, in the HBG Home State League 1 as well. So tune in, get to those games if you can. The WNPL of games. And there's also 1 more game tomorrow in Adelaide United against Croydon. I've been your commentator, Mark Halbert. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you at the next one.
try not to get involved and not talk too much.
No, perfect. Came in timing-wise.